You never died. You were never born either. Because what you call you never began. Existence doesn't require a beginning. Only the human brain needs a beginning. Every atom in the air you breathe was inside a star billions of years ago. Every cell in your body went through trillions of forms. You, listening to this right now, are also a form, temporary. But existence, it never stopped. 6 days from now, you will see what you call I never existed. The greatest paradox. You never existed, but you always did. But first, do you remember your first moment? You don't, because there is no such thing as a first moment. There is only continuity. Chapter 1. Why you never began? Because form not equal to existence. People define life like this. I was born in 1992. Until then, I didn't exist. Then I did. But this sentence contains a great illusion. What does I mean? Most people, when they say I, mean this body, this name, these memories, this personality. But they are all forms, and form is temporary. What is form? Form is the temporary arrangement of matter. Water molecules come together, ice forms. Heat comes, the ice melts, water forms. More heat comes, the water evaporates, steam forms. At each stage, form changes. But the molecules, they were always there. Your body is the same. Atoms come together. The human form is created. One day, the atoms will disperse. Different forms will be created. But the atoms, they were always there, and they always will be. So, where are you? Now, a very important question. Are you these atoms? Are you this form? Are you this body? Most people say yes, but that doesn't make sense, because your body completely renews itself every 7 years. 7 years ago, 90% of the cells in your body were gone. New cells arrived. But you are still here. So you are not cells, because the cells changed, but you continued. So what is you? Two possibilities. There are two possibilities here. First possibility, you are the brain, memories, thoughts, consciousness. But this is also problematic, because the brain also changes. Millions of neuron connections change every second. Memories change. Personality changes. The 10-year-old you was very different. The 30-year-old you will be very different. The 60-year-old you will be very different. Each one says I, but all three are different. So you is not a fixed thing. It's something constantly changing. Second possibility, there is no such thing as you. There is a constantly changing process. Atom to cell, to organ, to body, to brain, to thought, to the feeling of I. All are temporary forms. All are changing. And none of these forms is you, because they all come and go. So what remains? Existence. There are atoms. There is energy. There is a process. But there is no such thing as you. There never has been. Why is this repulsive? Now, this idea is very repulsive to most people. Do I not exist? Then who is thinking right now? Who is feeling? But this question is wrongly formulated. The question, who, presupposes a subject. It presupposes an I. But there is no subject. There is only thinking. There is feeling. There is experience. But there is no you thinking. Just like in the sentence, it is raining, there is no subject that is raining. It is not raining. It is raining. You don't think. Thinking happens. You don't live. Life happens, and life never stopped, nor did it begin. It just goes through different forms. So, what is birth? Okay, but I was born in 1992. I didn't exist until then? No. In 1992, the form you now call you was formed. But the atoms that make up that form, they've existed for billions of years. your mother's and father's cells, they existed too. The genes in those cells, they've existed for millions of years. The molecules in those genes, they've existed for billions of years. Nothing happened, it just rearranged. The universe tried a different form, and it named that form you. But existence, it never stopped. Death is the same. The same is true for death. When I die, my existence ends. No, there is no such thing as a you whose existence will end. Only the current form will disintegrate. The atoms will separate. They will join different forms. But the atoms will not disappear. The energy will not disappear. The process will continue. And this process is one where you are never there, but always there. Chapter 2. 3. Existential illusions. The mechanisms that create the idea of I. If there is no such thing as I, why does everyone feel the sense of I? Because the brain creates 3 major illusions. Illusion 1, the illusion of continuity. Every day you wake up and feel the sense of I. You felt the sense of I yesterday and the day before that. And the brain thinks, every day there is the same I. So the I is constant. But this is an illusion, because every day there is a different I. Yesterday morning, you woke up in a different mood, with different thoughts, with different energy. This morning, you woke up in a different mood. Tomorrow morning, you will wake up in a different mood. All 3 say, I. But all 3 are different. The brain doesn't see this, because the brain creates the illusion of continuity from memories. I was here yesterday. I'm here today, so I'm always here. But in reality, a new self is forming every moment. And then it disappears the next. Not constantly, sequential, just like a film. A film isn't made up of a single image. It's 24 frames per second. Each frame is different. But because it passes quickly, the brain sees constant movement. You are like that too. A different self every moment. But the brain sees constant self. Illusion 2. The illusion of autonomy. Second illusion. You are independent. I decide, I choose. I'm in control. But this is also an illusion, because every decision is the result of previous conditions. Now, you've made a decision. For example, you've decided to drink coffee. Where did this decision come from? From neurons in the brain. Why did the neurons fire? From previous stimuli. Where did the previous stimuli come from? From previous events. Everything is the result of what came before. And where in this chain do you say, I decided? Nowhere. Because there is no you making the decision. There is only the decision-making process. The brain performs a process, and then it says, I did it. But I didn't perform that process. The process happened. Free will is an illusion. An independent I is an illusion. In reality, everything is an interconnected process. Illusion 3, the illusion of separation. The third illusion, you are separate. I am here. The world is there. Other people are there. I am separate. This is also an illusion, because you and the world are part of the same process. You breathe. Air comes in. Oxygen mixes with the blood. Carbon dioxide goes out. Draw where you end and where the air begins. You can't, because there is no separation. There is a constant flow. You eat. Nutrients enter the body. They turn into cells. They become a part of you. Draw where the meal ends and you begin. You can't. Light enters your eye. It becomes a signal in the retina. The brain forms an image. Draw where the light ends and you begin. You can't. There is no separation. There is only interaction. You are not an island. You are a wave in the ocean. And the wave doesn't say to the ocean, I am separate, because the wave is the ocean itself. You are also a wave of the universe, and you are the universe itself. The result of three illusions. What happens when three illusions combine? The illusion that I am a fixed, independent, separate entity is formed. And this illusion is very powerful because it is reinforced every day. But the truth is, you are not fixed. You are changing every moment. You are not independent. You are connected to everything. You are not separate. You are the universe itself. And when you see this truth, something great happens. The idea of I dissolves. And what remains? Pure existence. Chapter 3. The sixth day, you were always there. Protocol. We've arrived. This protocol is designed to dispel the illusion of I. 6 days, 3 stages, and in the end, you will see. You never died. You were never born. You were always there. Days, 1 to 2. Observe the word, I. For the first 2 days, you will only do one thing. Observe. Count how many times you use the word I in a day. I am going. I want. I am thinking. I am feeling. At each use of the word I, stop and ask, who is this I? I am going. Is it the body, the decision, the thought that is going? I want. Who wants? The brain, the hormones, the past? I am thinking. Who is thinking? Or is it thinking itself? Observe for just 2 days, and you will notice I takes on a different meaning each time it is used. Sometimes it's the body. Sometimes it's the thought. Sometimes it's the feeling. Sometimes it's the memory. There is no fixed I. Days 3 to 4. Breaking the illusion of continuity. The third and fourth days are a deeper experiment. Each morning, wake up and ask, is the I from yesterday morning the same as the I today? Is your mood the same? No. Are your thoughts the same? No. Is your energy the same? No. So what is the same? Memories. You remember yesterday. And this remembrance creates the illusion that I am the same. But do an experiment. Remember a memory from yesterday morning. That exact moment. That mood. That thought. Now, is the I who lived that moment the same as the I who is here right now? No. That moment is gone. That I is gone. Now there is another I. And tomorrow morning, this I will also be gone. There is no continuity, only change. Days 5 to 6. Capture the first I never died moment. The last 2 days are the deepest stage. Now you will try to understand. What does dying mean? What does the sentence, when I die, my existence ends mean? Which I will disappear? The body. It renews itself every 7 years anyway. So it is constantly dying. The thoughts, they also change every second. So they are constantly dying. The memories, they are also an illusion. There is no past. Only present memories exist. So what remains? Nothing. Because there is no I that can die. I is already an illusion. How will its existence end? Now, an exercise to experience this. Close your eyes, breathe, and ask, who is breathing right now? You will say, I am. But wait, where is I am? In the chest? In the head? In the breath? You won't find it, because there is no such thing as I. There is only breath. And when the breath stops, you don't die, because you never existed. At the end of the day, you will see this. Death is not the end of I. It is the end of the illusion of I. And when the illusion of I ends, what remains? Pure existence. And pure existence, it never stopped. It never began. It always existed. Important warning. This is not nihilism. Here's a very important warning. You might think, If I don't exist, nothing matters. No, this is not nihilism. Quite the opposite. When the illusion of I ends, everything becomes more meaningful. Because there is no longer my life, my problems, my successes. There is only life. There is experience. There is now. And now it is much broader, much deeper, much richer. Because there is no narrowness of I. There's only existence. If you like this video, write in the comments, there is no I, only existence. I wonder how many people will actually understand. Subscribe. In the next video, I will explain what life is like without I. Don't miss it.